I was born in the 60s and grew up not being able to do certain things because I was a girl. And I think now women have a lot more opportunities.
So the first question is, do you identify as a feminist?
I wouldn't say so.
Same.
May I ask why?
I mean, like, I don't go as crazy, not crazy, like as hard as feminists do. Like, I agree with some of the things they say, but not like, I don't, yeah, so.
I believe in equal rights for all people.
As do I.
So yes. So if that,
Yes.
So if that means yes, then
Yes.
The first question is, do you identify as a feminist?
No.
May I ask why?
Because I just, it doesn't, labels don't mean anything to me.
Do you know what,
I've never really thought about that, but I would lean feminist, I guess.
may I ask why?
Because I have daughters and a wife and had a mother, so I'm empathetic.
Do you identify as a feminist?
Yes.
May I ask why?
Because it's obviously important for everybody to be equal. So feminism, from what I understand of it, is basically believing that across gender boundaries. Same really, yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely equality. That's
Yeah.
Do you know what intersectional feminism is?
No. Well, no one lies.
Feminism is basically just all inclusive of all women, no matter.
Yeah.
May I ask why?
I don't have a specific answer for it.
I don't know. I don't have a set definition of feminism.
I mean, it's like people say that it's about, giving women more rights and things like that, but honestly, women have already earned their rights, and they have earned the right to vote. They do have fair wages and everything, but honestly, feminism isn't really equality between the sexes.
Do you identify as a feminist?
It depends on what you define feminism as, because a lot of feminists, like, when you hear the word feminist, it has like a negative connotation to it. So I wouldn't identify myself as a feminist, more so as a supporter for all people, despite being more male.
I've never said I am a feminist, but I support those values. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You answer.
I think everyone should be a feminist because all it is just equality. I mean, I don't think it's an option not to.
Well, to be honest, I come from Russia, when we have kind of different society there. If you compare to American people in American society, so we're used to having women at home, and men are the ones who work, and so we have different roles in our lives. When you have a family, you have two different roles.
Absolutely. Because I don't know, to me it's as natural as breathing. Of course I do. I was raised that way, and I surround myself with people who believe that way, and my mom was the primary breadwinner in my family, and it just, I honestly couldn't elucidate exactly why.
No.
I do not.
Do you know what intersectional feminism is?
No.
No. Is that men being feminists? Is that what that means, or no?
No.
I do not.
No.
No.
Well, no one lies.
Do you know what intersectional feminism is?
No.
I have no.
Do you know what intersectional feminism is?
I don't. I've heard of the term, but I don't know what it means.
Intersexual feminism? No.
Yeah. To me, it's realizing that women have many different identities that make up who they are. So, like, not just focusing on white, cisgendered, heterosexual women. Like, there are multiple identities that we could all work to achieve and make better. If that makes sense.
And just because there's many subgroups doesn't mean it's not all working towards the same cause.
I do. So I was lucky enough to, when I went to university, to surround myself with people who educated me on that sort of thing. Women of color, indigenous women, people across the LGBTQ spectrum who all showed me that there are different forms of feminism and that strictly white feminism isn't enough.
It's like kind of equality, and I would say equality in the workforce, and you treat women equally compared to men versus discriminating it, or if a woman is coming back from some maternity that she would not be able to produce, so it's like equal treatment. That, according to me, is feminist thing.
Yeah, I would definitely support that idea because I feel like a lot of feminists, they only like, not to bash on anyone, but like I see a lot of them like only gather towards a certain group of people and not to other people instead. And so I feel like we should all be supportive of each other and not just one group in particular, because everyone deserves, respect and treated right and fairly, despite the race or gender. So I think it's really important to support everyone equally.
And about feminism, well, I lived my whole life in Moscow, in Russia, for 21 years. We do not have feminists there, as far as I know, so I'm not quite familiar with that thing. And but I know it's big in the U.S. and in Europe, I think.
I definitely think so. Like, we're getting better as a society in general. Definitely a lot further along than we were years ago, but yeah, I think it's portrayed. I think they're definitely pushing the agenda that this is life, and if you can see it when you walk down the street, you should be able to see it when you turn on Fox News or MTV or VH1 or whatever. So, I think so.
I would say probably not.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's portrayed in mainstream media. I would honestly have to say no. I mean, in most forms of media, probably not. I feel like there's still a lot of things that occur in media that like enforce or at least like allow oppression.
I agree.
No.
Thank you so much.
I do not.
No, thinking about it now, just off the top of my head, I think you see bits of it. So there's some good like TV programs that are showing some, like you said, different races and religions and things like that, and not just to focus in on the race or the religion, but just showing them as equals and having people in storylines and so on. But do you have anything to say?
No, I don't think it is. I think it's overshadowed by like what we should be as women these days in the media. It was like what we should look at, what we, So I don't really think it is, personally.
Not completely.
No, not really.
Well, probably not. I mean,
most of the time you see them focusing on feminism, and then there's Islam, and there's just another one with about Christianity, atheism. It's not just everything. It's a little bit. It's just any one topic they think they focus on.
So I feel like it is shown in the media, but not in a positive way. It's more of like, let's say in the news you see like a story about, they say a robbery happened, but they identify that robbery as like a black female or a white female. And so they kind of categorize and label them as certain people. And it's like, what's the point of labeling them as what the race is? Because it's still a robbery either way. So I feel like it's not used in the right way. I feel like if they use it in a more positive way, it would be more shown. It'll be more shown throughout the world, and people will identify it more. Which is why I've heard the term, but I don't know what it means. I feel like if the media showed more of that, I'll be more aware of the issue and more aware of like how we should support everyone, and like because they're identifying people like by labeling them and not particularly, let's say, treating them equally as all. That's not the right way to do it in the media. I feel like the media should take into account that everyone is human and everyone has their rights and should be treated fairly. And yeah.
No, I'd never heard of it. Yeah, but now that you're saying it and I'm thinking about it, I could see how that might be a problem. It probably is.
No. I'd like to say we're getting better, but not as much as it should be.
Yeah, not nearly enough, I feel like.
I think it's getting there, but not enough. And even, I honestly think that the only person who could really answer that question is someone who is searching for that sort of image to be seen, to identify with. So because I'm white, I notice white feminism a lot more and relate to it and connect to it. And there's definitely, how can I say this? It's like it's passing by me. Like I don't think to notice it because of my position of privilege, if that makes any sense. So yeah, sure, I think it's coming along, but I'm not the person to ask about that. The only person who could really answer that question would be someone who is directly, in those areas, if that makes sense.